And that means also let's go live on Instagram. Why isn't it working?
We are live.
We're live, but we're not live on Instagram. Oh, wait. Yeah, we are. Here we go. Nice. It's working. Cool. Perfect.
I said cool at the same time. Ha.
Hey, be like that.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Run and Gun Podcast, Season 7, Episode 15, Conference Championship Weekend. We have a heavyweight on one side and a alright fight on the other side of it.
I mean, I think both of them are pretty good fights.
Let's just say one is a high-profile QBs, the other one is high-profile teams, not high-profile QBs.
I mean,
the Ravens got a good defense too, though. Don't get me wrong. They have a high-profile team, but they also have the high-profile quarterbacks behind them.
The
on the AFC side.
The 49ers have the high-profile team. The Lions are the team that you didn't expect to get this far. You expected them to be good, but not get this far. So, I mean, yeah. You know, we're going to talk about all of it tonight. So don't nobody go anywhere. All four of you that are watching, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook Live tonight, you know, make sure you don't go anywhere. Intro is going to be next. We're going to talk about all of it, you know, FAMU schedule that just came out. We're going to show you the schedule and post it and everything. We're also going to talk about the 5 finalists that were named or that leaked and everything that was just end of the world like if it ever got out. But honestly, who cares? That's a load of crap that someone just created. But, you know, honestly, one of them I hope they do pull out and we get down to 4, and I'll share my opinion on that as well. But we also got college basketball tonight, so the Iron Bowl in basketball is going on right now. It's actually pretty competitive. Had a little power outage, but we'll talk about all these things, all these fun things and stuff. Ace, you got anything?
Be a friend to our friend, like, share, subscribe. Let's get this intro going and get into all the stuff we have tonight.
Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is GP. This is The Bug.
This is JC.
This is Flash.
This is Jimi Hendrix.
And you're listening to
the
Run and Gun Podcast.
Right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and transition it over. It's actually funny that we're about to transition over into this as literally what just happened. Not sure how long ago it was, but it was actually 30 minutes ago. Funny. For coming from On3 Sports, Michigan offensive coordinator Sharon Moore is expected to be named the Wolverines' next head coach. You know where I'm going with this, Ace.
Oh, I know exactly what you're doing. They kept it in-house, kept it clean, kept it moving, nice and easy. No wasting no time. Don't lose your recruits. Don't lose any of your guys already in the building. No dwiddling fingers. No need for a search firm. No need to go get somebody outside the building that nobody wants. Did I miss anything? I don't think I did. I got them all right.
Don't get anybody that you have a love interest for also. Don't leave that part out. It's another story for another time. It's another story for at the bar. But, so, wait, I was going to say, where did you, I was going to say, after I said that, you went somewhere. Wait.
No, the plug got, plug's acting up.
But, yeah, so,
Not real drunk. It is. I don't know what certain schools are dragging their feet for with this, but like, yeah, it shouldn't be that hard. It's like easiest promotion. Just promote the guy and keep it going.
Also, that while we do have a second to talk about it, which that also does confirm Jim Harbaugh is going to the Chargers. But we'll talk about that more
In
in a
case
second.
y'all didn't see that.
Yeah. But also, too, it comes back to this now. FAMU has now narrowed their head coaching search down to 5 guys. Who should FAMU hire? I'm going to run through all the names and what they all bring to the table. So, actually, you know what? Let's start with go with Ryan Smith. I'm going to go ahead and bring up his little resume first. But first name on the list is actually James Colsey III. So, about James Colsey. Serves as defensive backs coach, also the assistant head coach, currently the interim head coach as well. It's a little interesting thing that some of you may not have known about Coach Colsey right here is Coach Colsey played defensive back under Mickey Andrews and Bobby Bowden at Florida State back in the 90s. Very heavily qualified and favored by the players, which is why I listed him first. Following him, you also have who's next, Billy Roll. Billy Roll is someone who worked on Willie Simmons' staff since 2018. Then I believe he felt ill, I believe. Then left and retired, so to say, and now is throwing his name back in the hat for the head coaching gig, almost similar to like a Bruce Arians situation. Another hot name favored by a lot of people.
Yeah, Jerome. They're right.
Yeah, big time. But yeah, Billy Roll played at FAMU, knows what FAMU's about. He is a FAMU guy. He also knows almost everybody on the staff pretty closely. So this is someone else I would be interested in seeing get hired. I wouldn't be against either one of the top two. And then we come to number 3, Ryan Smith, who also served as an offensive quality control coach under Nick Saban at University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa, won the 2015 College Football Playoff National Championship, and produced Heisman Trophy winner running back Derrick Henry. As well, too, he worked at University of Florida under former head coach Jim McElwain from 2016 to 2018 as an assistant recruiting coordinator. Then joined Florida A&M in 2018, serving as linebackers coach, recruiting coordinator, and director of player personnel. In 2020, he was promoted to co-defensive coordinator and associate head coach. Very impressive resume, wouldn't you say, Ace?
Uh-huh.
And then we come next to our friend of the show, who we've spoken to and interviewed multiple times. I'm just going to go ahead and pull up this one. Coach Joe Henry, who's the offensive coordinator and offensive line coach. So thing about Coach Henry is Coach Henry was the offensive line coach for the LSU Tigers in 2021, including coaching the position exclusively during LSU's bowl preparation and game in the 2021 TaxAct Texas Bowl. In that game, LSU rushed for 170 yards against a stingy Kansas State defense that had previously allowed just 100 yards per game. Before LSU, he served as the offensive line coach at the University of Arkansas in 2020. In 2019, he split time working with the offensive line and tight ends at the University of Missouri. He also played at Arkansas as an offensive line coach, played in that 2006 SEC championship against the University of Florida. And as you know, was brought back in 2023 to work under Willie Simmons. Another impressive guy. And also knows this offense better than anybody. And has been groomed for this. 2 call plays. Some people haven't. Some people haven't. Some people don't. It is what it is. I mean, you inherit your head coach is usually a how do I say this? Your head coach is usually it goes as your team goes. So if you have a tough, gritty offensive line guy as your coach, you're gonna have a tough, gritty team. If you have an aggressive defensive mind, your emphasis is going to be aggressiveness and defense as a team. Willie Simmons,
I think there's some guys. I'm not gonna cut you off. I'm gonna cut you off on this one and say there's some coaches who are better suited to be head coaches than they were a position coach, because they can relate to players better than other guys who would. Like how do I say this? Okay, so you look at a guy like Shane Steichen, right? He's a good offensive mind, but his defense is terrible. Dennis Allen defense is great, offense is terrible. So I'm going with the NFL kind of thing, but there's also what you see in the college ranks where it's certain sides like they might be good at one side of the ball, but if they can't relate to the other sides and aspects of the other guys on the field, you're like, well, you're kind of screwed there. And then like the offensive line coach probably does some work with special teams, so he knows some of the defensive guys because
Yeah.
when they have to do like punts, they have to have the line set right. So all these things, offensive line, they have some people who are worked and familiar with everybody on the team compared to just only the positional skills like wide receiver, corner, quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Yeah. And so, I mean, regardless, Coach Henry is, you can see it firsthand. Like he wants to be in Tallahassee. He wants to be there. A lot of these coaches, they do. That's why all of them put in for it. And then finally, we have the last one on the list. Fred McNair, former Alcorn State head coach, also played at Alcorn, I'm pretty sure, before Steve McNair got there. He is the older brother of Steve McNair. Look, he's won the West a couple times, been to the Celebration Bowl a couple times, but I wouldn't put my eggs in this basket. I think he didn't get fired from Alcorn. He left. And if
By the way, Jim Harbaugh to the Chargers is official.
Figured. But yeah, I mean, yeah, he's a bald white dude. The dude that was on
Thanksgiving-ish.
Yeah, Thanksgiving-ish, the week before the SWAC championship. Yeah, that's him.
I think drunk so.
But yeah, so Fred McNair is the one oddball out, honestly, unfortunately for me, because I wouldn't touch Fred McNair. I'm sorry. It seems to me like he's also been figured out. Because my thing is why hasn't it? Because Alcorn seems to me has always been a team that I felt should have won the West. They should have won the West this year, and they fumbled it. Don't bring that here. So no, it's either Colsey, Roll, Ryan Smith, or Joe Henry. It's one of those four. That's who you got to go with. I'm sorry, not Fred McNair. I'm not bringing Fred McNair in here. So
well said.
And then the other thing, while we have a minute before we really get going, FAMU's 2024 schedule officially came out. So while I do share that, I'm between Ryan Smith and Henry personally. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be mad with either one. There is an elephant in the room there that is not talked about. It would be history making if either one got the job. And I think Ace kind of knows why. But I mean, I don't see color. I'm fine with either one. Honestly, right now the leader in the clubhouse is James Colsey because that is the player favorite. Also, the fan favorite is Billy Roll, among others. So, I mean, realistically speaking, I would be fine with any of the four. I trust any of the four to do the job, honestly. I trust Ryan Smith to have the right pieces in place. That's a huge promotion for him. He knows what it takes to win. He's seen winning in the SEC. He's won in the SWAC. Like, this man knows what it takes to win. He has the recipe for it. Not trying to bring up race, but is hiring a white coach as HB as head coach as head coach at HB don't make people look sad. Honestly, dude, as long as you're winning cures.
Nobody cares.
Yeah. Like, people are going to look at that and just be like, what the heck? Like, and it's just like, dude, it's like Nick Saban said when he brought in Jalen Hurts for the first time. Times have changed. I honestly do not care if Coach Henry or Ryan Smith get named head coach tomorrow. They have my support. both of them. I don't care about their skin color or anything.
It's kind of like Gerard Mayo with the Patriots. You're gonna win, nobody cares,
Exactly.
and they have the supportive people.
Now I'll say that. That's one thing I never saw coming was a black coach in New England. I never saw that coming.
Oh, them fans are Boston fans are showing the true colors right now.
Oh, I'm sure.
When that hiring got announced, they got exposed.
I'm sure. And quite honestly, I support them. Same way I'm going to support Coach Henry or Coach Smith if they get the job. Do I think they get it? Maybe not. Like I said, I'm holistically speaking down to the last two. It's Cole's your role, but I won't be mad. I trust in either for it. That's my final take on it. But yeah, so let's go ahead and share this screen. So yeah, schedule's out. Ace, let me know when it's up.
Loading. Yep. Up.
All right, cool. So here's how it goes. 2024 schedule is out. I'm going to tell you the truth now. Right now, I see 2 losses guaranteed. So one of those losses is down in Miami on the 7th of September. The other one is down in Miami on the 21st. So August 24th, MEAC SWAC Challenge against Norfolk State. Former FAMU quarterback Cameron Sapp is actually on Norfolk State's roster. We'll see his old team in Atlanta.
I don't know who he is. So
August 31st, Labor Day weekend, pretty much, I'm sure. FAMU plays at home opener against South Carolina State.
True.
September 7th, down in Miami against the Canes. September 21st, coming out of a bye week. In Alabama against Troy. Look, if Willie
I mean, it's not that brutal.
That team just played in the Sun Belt Conference Championship. Now, if Willie Simmons was still around, I would kind of be raising my eyebrow at this game with interest. And I know everybody's saying that this team's going to only lose 1 game or go undefeated, but I'm sorry. I see this team losing 2 games minimum. And back in those 3 weeks, right there from the 7th to the 21st, I see 2 losses. Now, you come back home again to defend Bragg because you finished the year with 20 straight wins. You're at 20 wins so far, so I think you'll be at 21. Alabama A&M taking a step back, in my opinion. I think you beat them. That's win number 21. And then on the road, October 5th, for Alabama State's homecoming. That won't be easy. Andrew Body just transferred into there. He's going to be healthy. It's going to be a raucous environment against Alabama State. That's a tough game. And then you get a bye week, and then after that you go into Jackson, Mississippi. You're essentially, again, Christians in an unholy environment. Those 2 games will not be easy. Honestly speaking, the SWAC East will be decided probably before Halloween, if we must be honest.
Yeah.
Following that, October 26th, you get Southern at home. So what that could possibly be, what are we looking at? 23 straight wins at home by now at this point. And then November 2nd, you come back for homecoming. A week later, you play against Texas Southern, home win number 24, in my opinion. After that, you travel once again for the 3rd straight time in less than a year to play Prairie View on November 9th. I think you can win that. And then November 16th, Senior Day against Mississippi Valley. I think you'll close out the season with 25 straight home wins. And essentially that's a preseason game as well. And then from there, November 23rd in Orlando against Bethune. That's winnable as well. Raymond Woody's building a squad, though, but it's winnable. And then, of course, on Pearl Harbor Day, you got the SWAC Championship. And then on the 21st December you have the Celebration Bowl. So yeah, Ace, tell me what you think.
All right. So, in my opinion, I think they probably it's gonna be 2 losses. I think Miami's not gonna choke it. I know Drunk said never underestimate Miami. Miami's probably gonna lose it. And then you guys are losing the 21st, the 19th, or it's gonna be either the 21st or the 19th. I thought I saw one more maybe, but it's gonna be one of those two that probably drop in, if not both. Because we don't know what the head coach is going to be like, and then also you have to keep in mind, I think they probably win the MEAC Select Challenge because, even though it's going to be the first game for the head coach, you got to work out some stuff. South Carolina State didn't move me last year. I know their head coach was retiring, so they're going to have a new head coach too. So that's going to be the thing. But then you go and Miami. Miami's going to probably get ugly on that one. And then you're like, Troy's good, so you got to keep in mind for that.
The brutal October's good. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, it is. Again, if you can survive that gauntlet right there from October 5th to October 26th, you got to win the month of October. That is the most important part of the schedule. You win the month of October, you're good.
All conference games.
Yeah. You're SWAC East champs if you get through that. Because Valley's gonna be probably dead last again. Likely. And the thing I realized this past season, there are a lot of teams that talk a big game and do not show up and back it up.
That's true.
There's a lot of teams.
Yeah, I think that Troy game's gonna be the thing. That's what I said. I think they're probably gonna either drop the Troy game or the Jackson State game, but I think they'll deal with Jackson State properly if the head coach they chooses the right guy.
Yeah. Again, I'm telling you now, they hire Fred McNair, they're not winning that. They're not winning on this team. They're not.
Oh no.
I don't think so. I know Fred McNair beat them the last time he went in there into the vet, but I don't know. At that point in the season. I know something too. Dude, I honestly anticipated. I had some type of feeling. I was like, maybe they'll have a head coach by the time we come back on here next Wednesday. But who knows? It's not that I hate him. I just don't. I look at the structure of that team. That team should have won. That team should have won the West last year. Couldn't get it done. Could not. It's certain games that I look at when Fred McNair is coaching, and I'm like, dude, you should have won that. You should have won this one here. You should have won that one. Like, I don't know. It's certain things that just don't appeal to me about Fred McNair.
I don't like Alcorn, and he always lost the games I didn't want. I needed them to win, and they lost the ones that they weren't supposed to win. So no.
Yeah, they're not honest. You know what? That actually is that's a great thing for me to say. I don't think that they're mentally. I don't think that his coach teams are mentally tough late in the season. I don't think that's what I don't think. I don't think that. I don't think that Fred McNair led teams are mentally tough when it comes to playing games down the home stretch towards the end of October to towards the end of November. I think they're good to start, but I don't think they're good to finish. I don't see it. Because honestly, you think about 2021 with Coach Prime, Prairie View essentially backdoored their way into that. And then 2022, Southern gets in over Alcorn. Alcorn blew it. And then you think about this past season, Alcorn should have been coming to Tallahassee, but instead Alcorn blew that.
The Falcons.
Exactly.
The Falcons.
So I just can't get on board with it, man. Just it's I don't know. Again, you know my 4.
Oh yeah.
You know my 4, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. So,
All
with
right.
that,
Let's talk about some championships.
oh, we're switching to the NFL.
We got anything else to talk about? I thought we got everything.
Yeah, we essentially did. All right, let's go. So, yeah. So basically saying
Let's talk about the fun stuff.
we have the Ravens and the Chiefs in
That's a
Baltimore.
fun one.
That is a fun one. And then we also have Detroit and San Francisco.
And that's like, now if the theory is correct on the logos predicting the Super Bowl, then it's probably going to be Ravens 49ers winning these games. But if we're being real, the fun Super Bowl would be Ravens Lions, even though the Ravens did drop like 50 on the Lions the last time.
That's what we want.
We want Dan Campbell in the Super Bowl, and we really, no offense to any Swifties who ever watch. I don't even think Swifties watch the show, so I don't have to worry about it. But still, yeah, we don't need to see any more of that whole drama stuff. Like we just want real ball. We don't need the off the field drama stuff.
True. This is true. Lamar season.
This is Lamar's year, man.
I agree.
This is Lamar's year.
I'm tired of no booty having Taylor Swift all over the TV and stuff. I really do not want to see Kansas City in the Super Bowl this year. I feel like I'm the only one.
I'll say this. I'd rather see Kansas City in this Super Bowl over the 49ers.
Yeah, but I want to see Lamar get one. He promised he'd bring one.
I want to see Lamar get one. But if I had to choose between the Chiefs and the 49ers, I'd rather see the Chiefs win it.
Well, yeah, in that case, yeah. I feel like I'm the only one who doesn't want to see a Jared Goff full redemption arc.
I don't want to see it either.
Honestly, look.
Not a full one.
If they get past San Francisco,
It's pretty much complete though.
San Francisco is a brutal matchup for what Goff does well, unfortunately.
Oh, the pass rush.
Yeah, they do have a good pass rush. So
now all he gotta do is back foot, find Amon-Ra. Best chance, find Laporta.
Now here's the other thing too. Let's go back a year to this game a year ago. San Francisco had to go into Philadelphia, remember?
Francisco got hurt.
And San Francisco hasn't forgotten that. Remember how pissed off they were?
Yeah, whatever.
I'm all I'm gonna say is they're gonna come out with some juice.
They should have lost to Green Bay.
They should have.
Green Bay should have put that game away like 3 times, and Green Bay didn't put it away. Laporta's baby Kelsey, man. He really is baby Kelsey.
Yeah, I found that out this past weekend. Dude, Buddy was balling. I was like, dude, I was like, damn, like where's Laporta been all season? I'm like, now he's just going crazy.
No, Laporta broke the NFL rookie tight end reception leader. You just don't rookie records for tight ends.
Yeah, you're right. I pay attention to the Lions, but I really just
no, for real. And Anders Carlson, man, jeez, he shanked. I wanted Jordan Love to win that game so bad.
Look, ain't nothing.
Jordan Love pulled a Favre though at the end of that game.
Look, ain't you want to talk about kickers? Ain't nothing gonna compare to Tyler Bass.
I felt bad for that. I saw that ball go up, and I think that wind took that ball, and that ball went yeet straight to the right, and I'm like, oh, I feel bad for Bills. Oh yeah.
If you ever, the thing about the Niners is they're really great. But
if Debo don't play this game, I'm taking the Lions.
Yeah, it's going. Yeah, Debo has. Yeah.
Because they'll double Ayuk and Kittle and just force somebody else to beat them, and they got some decent linebackers over there that can deal with McCaffrey.
I gotta think about who was the third wide receiver in that group. That they
Juwan
had.
Jennings. No, not Juwan. Is his name Juwan Jennings?
Yeah, that's Juwan. They also have Ray. Although Ray is more so a return specialist.
Yeah, see, Buffalo lost the second they started playing for a field goal versus Mahomes. When you play Mahomes, you can't play for a field goal. You got to play for a touchdown every time.
Man, look, there are so many Buffalo Bills fans having flashbacks, having like those Vietnam flashbacks to when Scott Norwood missed in Super Bowl 25. Oh my God.
Gibbs towards Devontae and Devin White. Peeps probably goes like, what?
Oh yeah,
Nah,
no,
Gibbs is probably the close. Gibbs is like Camaro with a turbo on the back of him, with like a rocket strapped on.
it's like we all knew Jahmyr Gibbs was like that though, going back to his time at Alabama.
Oh no, Rivers is basically this modern era Philip Rivers. Josh Allen's Philip Rivers, and Mahomes is gonna own him for his whole career.
Casey has a psychological hold on them. They're not, yeah, honestly, when it matters, they're never going to beat them. If anything, and I've said this on Twitter.
And Diggs is gone, by the way. I think Stephon's gone.
Oh man, Stephon Diggs been sitting there watching the Chiefs celebrate for like 4 years now.
Yeah, somebody said Itachi got Diggs in a genjutsu. He's like, wait, I was here before. Nope, doing this again. Nope, doing this again. Nope, doing this again. 4 out of 6 years it's been like that. And then Burrow beat him so bad last year. It's just like Burrow's gonna be back next year. Burrow's gonna beat y'all up again.
Exactly. You still have Burrow, Lamar, and Mahomes to worry about.
And Herbert's getting Jim Harbaugh now.
And Justin Herbert.
And Steve Stroud's coming up. Trevor Lawrence is still hanging around, but Doug Peterson's not going to do much. Anyways, Anthony Richardson's going to probably have a Cam Newton year eventually.
Yeah, well, I believe that when I see it. But yeah, no, I'm like him though. Like, is giving Allen too much. Yeah, no, low key. Someone said he was a more athletic Philip Rivers.
Diggs gonna go to the Cowboys. Just watch.
Go play with his brother.
Mm-hmm.
I could see it. It's like, dude, honestly, and this is what I said on Twitter. We need to stop with this. Mahomes Allen is the new Brady Manning type thing. If anything,
Manning never got punked by Brady that bad.
Exactly. And the thing is, too, it's like, well, he got beat 45-7. He got beat 45-7 in a conference championship. Plus, when they were division rivals.
Now, but at least Manning did beat Brady on occasion.
Yes, that's true.
And Mahomes would have beat Allen in the regular season too if Kadarius Toney was onside.
That's true as well. But it's like, we need to stop with that comparison. If anything, I feel, and someone else said it, I was going to say Lamar Mahomes was more so the thing, but somebody else said like Burrow Mahomes was more so like that Brady Manning type rivalry.
I will say this, top 5 quarterbacks in the league coming into next season are probably going to be Mahomes, Lamar, unless Lamar wins the Super Bowl, then Lamar will be 1, Mahomes 2, Burrow 3, Stroud 4, and it'd probably be Herbert or Allen 5, give or take.
I don't think people are going to give Herbert that type of credit.
They'll give him hype because he got a head coach now, even though Herbert chokes every time it comes down to the money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, plus all the top 5 quarterbacks are on the AFC side.
Hey, CJ Stroud coming for us.
Yeah. Now your top 3 quarterbacks on the NFC side
are dog crap.
Wait a minute.
You always be hitting on Stroud, Drunk, so you really can't get much of a say, but nah.
I'm going to think about this now.
Just give CJ an offensive line, he'll be fine. And also Tank Dell be back next year. Michael Thomas either going to be a Chief or a Texan next season. Kamara should be a Texan, so should Lattimore, but
You got Purdy, Jalen Hurts. I'm not even going
to dog crap. Mid.
Purdy, Jalen Hurts.
Trash. You'll get Caleb Williams and Drake May probably in the division, in the conference.
Yeah. I haven't even considered those two yet. You got Baker.
Stafford, Baker, nah. Carr's all the way at the bottom with Daniel Jones.
Jeez, why you put Carr?
Know it. Bruh, Carr and Daniel Jones are the same person. It's just one has legs and the other doesn't.
Oh yeah,
Same dude. At least Daniel Jones won a playoff game.
But see, you got to understand, man. So many people said that Carr is going to win a Super Bowl. People said Carr was going to lead the Saints to the promised land. People said the Cowboys didn't win right away. That's what the Saints are in that spot right now. This could be a dynasty. What you mean? This could be the start of a decade-long run.
They're both in the same tier of trash.
I'm telling you, man. You make one big-time Herschel Walker type trade, you could change the whole franchise for the Saints.
You're comparing dog poop and horse poop, Ash. Come on now.
See, nah, come on. Telling you, man, the team of the 2020s. The team of the 2020s is gonna be a New Orleans.
2020 is almost done, man. We're already 4 years in.
You could start 2024. You got what? What is that? You got
6 seasons.
Years. You could dominate for 6 years and make a statement. You could dominate for 6 years.
Nah, I don't want to see Derek Carr be blaming everybody but himself.
So at least him losing will be. He got a point.
Or we'll just throw everybody under the bus.
He got a point. It's gonna be entertaining if he lose. He gonna make
anytime Derek Carr plays. Okay, I guess you're right. It is entertaining when he loses. Because when he plays a winning team, he is trash for 3 quarters and gets garbage time stats. So like, hey, I tried. We were close, guys. Even though we were getting our ass kicked the first 3 quarters. We traded up for Caleb. Bruh. If y'all do, good for y'all. I think he might actually pull an Eli. It's just the Giants. The Giants, what they got to do is get up to like 4 or 3. So the Bears can trade with you guys, but not go far back. So like give up your seconds or whatever to get, or give up some thirds to get up from 8 to 4. And then on draft night, you go from 1 to 4 or 4 to 1 with Caleb pulling an Eli.
Caleb don't need to be pulling no Eli. He ain't that damn good.
Eli really wasn't that great coming out either.
You know, I guess, yeah, you're right. Because I guess I am looking at the final product versus what was at the start. So,
Caleb, somebody called Caleb, I think they were calling him like USC legend. The man had no playoff wins, no playoff appearances, and no championship conference champions.
Matt Leinart, Carson Palmer, those are, hell, even Sam Darnold. Those are USC legends. Caleb Williams ain't that. I'm sorry.
Hey, Daniel Jones falling on his head is actually funny, though.
Would you rather get a toenail pulled out or watch Daniel Jones do 100 3-and-outs?
I'll take a shot every 3-and-out. I'll be dead by halfway through.
I was like, you crazy, because even I wouldn't do that. Even I wouldn't. I'm well drunk. You know a drunk might, but even I wouldn't do that. You are bold.
I didn't say it had to be alcohol in the shot. I just take water shots.
And just play it off as vodka or tequila. You that type of person at a party, ain't you? You're that type of person at a party. But all right, so this is gonna be the first AFC championship, I believe, in 4 or 5 years where the Chargers were not the Chargers, but where the Chiefs are away from Arrowhead. So how are we feeling about
Baltimore? Gonna be in Baltimore? Hey, I'm gonna give Baltimore credit, man. Houston, that noise in Baltimore, Houston was so lost pre-snap, man. They had like 7 or 8 false starts in that game.
Yeah.
And that killed them every time.
They hung tough, though, at the start of the first half. They hung tough. It was 10-10 at the end of the first half. Second half.
They hung tough. Second half, it just got away from them, but the crowd was in it, and it just got worse and worse. I think that missed kick at the end of the half just screwed them up because the crowd got into it, and it was just rocking the whole way down the stretch, and there was no chance for them.
Right.
Now that crowd, if that can get to Mahomes and pre-snap, cause that offensive line, which we know is not that great sometimes, they cause pre-snap penalties, and then you let Roquan Smith and them guys up front get to Mahomes. It was like, give him hell.
Yeah. No, I agree. You have
Bro,
to.
McCole Hardman need to get his behind out of town and just go to Cancun and retire.
Yeah, I was gonna say because he brought back Miko Hardman.
Yeah, he traded back for him. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if you think about it, you would too if you can't really trust Kadarius Toney to get the job done.
Now, where's the meme? I had the meme somewhere. Give me a second. I'm gonna find it with McCole Hardman, right? So somebody made it. Barstool Sports made it where it had 1 carry, -1 yards, 2 fumbles, 1 catch, 2 yards. Was McCole Hardman's stat line?
I saw that. I mean, but look, like I said, they had to. Kadarius Toney is not getting the job done.
But Kadarius Toney might drop the ball, but I mean, fumbling it on the goal line a couple times, like, yeah, I don't know about that. They're both. It's like I said, comparing dog shit and horse shit.
One's bigger, one's just a bigger turd than the other. But I mean, look, you got to go with the devil you know versus the devil you don't, and it's like if you can't consistently do your job, they're gonna bring somebody else in to do it for you.
And the person they brought in did it worse.
Exactly, and they know him. They know him more, so it's like we got to ride with him. We'd rather live and die with him versus put our trust in you. This is how guys don't earn second contracts.
Nah, it was funny as hell though watching MVS, who couldn't catch squat in the regular season, somehow get 2 big plays. I was like, what the hell?
The devil you know versus the devil you don't is crazy. Hey, I believe it. Hey, trust me, because it's like
Ravens Harbaugh. No, they can't both win the champion. They'll play in the championship. Oh, you mean like if like Jim won the national and the one won the Super Bowl? That would be cool, actually.
That would be good. Plus, this would be John's second.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be mad at it. You know, it's an exciting team. I mean, it's like a full-on Florida connection. Some people call them the Broward County Ravens because you got Zay Flowers, you got Lamar, you got
Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, and Dalvin Cook. It's like it's a whole Florida type vibe. Even though Dalvin Cook's from Miami-Dade, but
Miami. Yeah, like, South Florida all.
Exactly. And you got linebackers you can run like the wind and Patrick Queen and oh my gosh,
Roquan Smith.
Yeah, and Roquan Smith, who by the way, people don't realize it, but like he's still young. He's only 26. Mm-hmm.
And the Bears thought it was a good idea to let him go for the second round pick. Yeesh.
And did they do anything with that second round pick?
Actually, I think they actually did, but I have to go remember who they drafted out.
I was gonna say, did it turn out to be productive for? That's the thing.
I need my keyboard. A second, I'll look it back up. But they also did spend. I think they spent the money they saved with him on Tremaine Edwards and what's his name, TJ Edwards, who actually both of them were pretty good this year, but like, it's not been great for them.
Understandable.
Actually, no, they didn't. They took a dude named Gervon Dexter from Florida, and Tyreek Stevenson was good this year. So I don't know if that was the pick for Roquan Smith, but I know Stevenson was good from Miami.
Yeah. Give me 1 sec, buddy. I'm gonna drop off for a second. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, he does that, I guess. Wait, if I see another pregame story about Harbaugh dad, I'm a yeah, bro, not for real. It's getting old to keep just doing it over and over. But with that, like for the Chiefs Ravens game, you gotta look at it and be like, Ravens can run that thing, and I don't know if Willie Gay and Nick Bolton can keep up with Lamar, because like you watch the Texans, they like I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Like they didn't read the pregame on him or ever watch him from college to the NFL and just like, we're gonna have the middle of the field wide open and not have anybody on him. and think that was a great idea to win. Because the amount of space Lamar had to run with was like, what the hell? And then you got to keep in mind, like, Zay Flowers showed up. You're going to have Mark Andrews guaranteed back this week. And it's going to be like, so you got to stop Flowers, Lamar, Andrews likely played good this last week. Odell still hanging around. Odell's a big-time playoff guy. He's going to do some craziness probably. Got Gus Edwards. Dalvin Cook looked explosive. It feels like Lamar. I do think Lamar, if he doesn't get one this year, I think he would still, because, like, I think him and Burrow, they're both going to get rings. They're not going to be like, they might win one, but I think they'll get them. Oh, yeah, he was a speedster, man. But Justice Hill ain't been looking too shabby right now. He's been decent. So it's like, they got 3 guys at running back. You got Lamar, who can go fly like the wind and stop on a dime and give defenses hell. He's been sharp throwing the ball so far in the playoff this last game. He's getting his favorite target back. I just hope he remembers that when he has Andrews back, to not force feed him and keep spreading the ball around like he did this last week. And for Kansas City, they got to be like, you find Travis Kelce, find Rashee Rice, you just give them 2 the balls and nobody else.
Now, see, I was walking back. I heard you say Burrow's going to get one. I believe Burrow can get one. I also believe in snake bit franchises.
No, you don't think he'd win it with the Bengals? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Now,
I mean, he got hosed in the Super Bowl this year, or not this year. Well, 2 years ago.
Years ago, yeah.
He got hosed in that one.
Because it's like, I could see that being another Matthew Stafford situation where it's like you get out of Cincinnati, you go somewhere else.
Nah, he's already had more success with Cincinnati than Stafford ever did with Detroit.
Well, yeah, that's true. The Lions are also the Lions too. But again, the Bengals are going to be the Bengals unless they turn the tide and get over that hump. Because you got to look at
the Super Bowl, so I mean, they kind of already got up. Remember, they won 20 years without winning a playoff game.
That's true. That's one feat. The Lions have accomplished that as well. But it's like,
no, the Bengals aren't snake bitten. They were just cheap, and now they're actually spending money, which is, I guess, a good thing. Now it'll be interesting to see what they do with T. Higgins. That I want to see what they do with. They better get a first round pick for him, franchise him, and trade him.
I look at the Bengals. The Bengals have been to 2 Super Bowls, and they lost both of them. They ran into some really good Joe Montana teams both times.
Imagine if the Bengals took Brian Thomas and somehow got Neighbors. Give another LSU guy to Burrow. Just saying.
Could work. Let's see. Bengals playoff history.
They were bad in the playoffs until Burrow showed up.
Yeah, because they had no discipline, especially that
Marvin Lewis just kept fumbling it every year.
So all-time playoff wins in 26 games, the Bengals are 10-16. So
Burrow's won 4 or 5 of them already.
Burrow has won
5, I think. He won 3 AFC games the year they went to the Super Bowl. They won 2 last year because they beat the Ravens and the Bills. Raiders,
he won
Chiefs,
5.
and somebody else. So 5, yeah. Burrow's won 5 already.
And so
Burrow's got half of their playoff wins.
So before, really, realistically speaking, yes. Now, before Burrow showed up, 2015, lost to Pittsburgh. 2014, lost to Indianapolis. 2013, lost to San Diego. 2012, lost to Houston. And in 2011, lost to Houston. 2009, lost to the Jets. Mind you, that's the Mark Sanchez Jets in the wild card round. 1990, they lost to the Raiders, but won the wild card round against the Oilers.
That was the last playoff win.
Yes.
Until Burrow showed up.
1988, they beat Seattle, who was in the AFC at the time. And then they beat Buffalo. Jim Kelly led Buffalo. And then lost to Joe Montana in the Super Bowl. 1982, they lost to the Jets. Wow. 1981, beat Buffalo, beat San
All right, we
Diego,
don't need to go that far back.
lost to San Francisco.
That's before our time, man.
And then 70, 73, and 75, they lost to the Baltimore Colts, who that was before the Mayflower Trucks. Lost to the Dolphins in 73, who I believe went on to win. I think they went on to win the Super Bowl that year. I think, yeah. And then 75, lost to the Raiders.
That's not really snake bitten. That's just bad franchise until Burrow showed up. They got the savior. No, Burrow's health is one of the biggest things you got to keep an eye on, though. Burrow's rarely been healthy a full year.
This is true too, and I've always been saying they need to.
People be calling Lamar injury prone, but Burrow's got way more injuries than Lamar's had.
I feel like they need to just do a better job of investing in their offensive line.
Yeah, he gets sacked a lot. That's why he's getting hurt a lot. But
and that's up to Zach Taylor to realize that. Zach Taylor and their front office need to realize, like, okay, we need to put a greater emphasis on this offensive line.
They tried spending a lot of money in free agency. They need to maybe invest in the draft.
Add more depth pieces. Create a rotation. Mm-hmm. Do something. You got to.
Or get a new offensive line coach.
Yeah.
Because you got coaches who find nobodies and turn them into really good offensive linemen.
Those are developmental coaches. Coaches that do a great job of developing players.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, you want to.
But on the NFC side,
I
think we already kind of talked about it. But like for the Lions, we already said what they got to do. Goff got to get that ball out quick. 49ers got to get McCaffrey a whole lot of touches, especially if Debo's out. And Kittle. Because people will say Purdy's so good. Purdy only had like 2 good throws that whole game. Purdy was terrible. And his best plays were like dink and dunk to Kittle, who broke a bunch of tackles. Or McCaffrey, who broke a bunch of tackles. It's not been him. So then again, like the Lions defense got to lock in. Aiden Hutchinson's got to have that right tackle in hell. They got to keep it going with them. Get pressure on Purdy, and Purdy's going to collapse. But you got to tackle.
Yes. No, you have to tackle. And you need to be assignment and gap sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So what, we swing this for college hoops now?
I guess also Raiders gave Antonio Pierce the job to be the new head coach.
I was happy
full-time. Tom Telesco is the GM. And also the Bengals offensive coordinator, Brian what's his name? I already forgot it. Anyway, he's Brian Callahan, I think his name is. He's going to be the new head coach of the Titans. So,
I also agree with Ash's comment. Detroit's secondary is awful if they don't get pressured. So I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to bring blitzes from the secondary position like they did against the Bucs. They're also Aiden Hutchinson's going to have to win his one-on-one matchup. I think also too, not having James Houston this year is a huge hurt to them. But you got to make do with what you got. You got, like, again, it's the playoffs. You got to adjust and go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I will say if Detroit doesn't win this year, I don't think they're going to be back for a while, like to this position.
Oh, dude,
because they got a lot of free agents and a lot of guys to get paid.
There are so many Lions fans right now,
and they're going to lose both their OC and their DC.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Aaron Glenn's gone. Dude, it is so many Lions fans that I know that I have asked them. I'm like, dude, what's gonna happen when you guys get to the Super Bowl? What are you gonna do if you get to the Super Bowl? They're like, dude, I don't care if we win it or if we lose it. Which is, again, you ain't never been there. It's like a new thing. It's like you ain't never had nothing, so you don't know how to act when you get it. So
tough.
It's like they're like, I don't care if we win or if we lose. I just want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So, excuse me, what?
You want to win?
I would rather not be there than to get there and lose. I'm gonna be honest with you. I quote Mike Allstott in Warren Sapp when I say that. I would rather not be there than to get there and lose. Neither one of our teams that we support have ever gotten there and lost.
That is true.
Like,
undefeated, never lost.
Hey, that's 3-0 between us.
Mm-hmm.
Air high five.
There we go.
But yeah, so that's the one time you'll see us agree. I'd rather not win a single game than to now. Hold on, now I'd rather win. Now, see, I'd rather win. I'd rather win a couple games.
I'd rather not be with the conversation of the Lions.
Yeah. Now, I would rather as far as that goes, I'd rather not be like the Eagles and start off 10-1 and then fall apart at the end.
Fall apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my professor had a whole thing on that because we were talking about like the Eagles thing, right? And he was saying like we were talking about how like they collapsed or whatever. And he was like, maybe they weren't good to begin with. I'm like, you gotta be somewhat good to win 10 games. It's just you had a complete mental failure in the locker room that led to that collapse.
Exactly.
Hey, I mean, that is true. It depends on if there's a good quarterback in that draft.
And you're playing a dangerous game there because honestly, you could still draft number 1 and miss on your pick.
Oh, you're gonna get a Bryce Young.
Yeah, but you could get a Bryce Young, you could get a Jamarcus Russell, you could get a Ryan Leaf. Who else was a bust? You can get that guy that was the incredible
Sam Bradford. I mean, kind of was a bust.
Sam Bradford, Matt Leinart, Vince Young. I don't know if Vince Young was number 1 though, but I'm pretty sure Matt Leinart was. But yeah, like you still run the risk. And then again, you got to look late in the draft as far as if you want to be specific with like 30, 32 or 31. Lamar Jackson.
Lamar was 32.
Brock Purdy was DFL. Dead last.
That is true.
So, I mean,
I find it funny they brought it up yesterday. The Bills basically gave the Chiefs their father when you think back on it, because the Bills are the one who traded the pick to the Chiefs to take Mahomes. They traded away their father.
It's a moot point because my team will be on the Super Bowl anytime soon. He's a Giants fan, isn't he? Yeah, dude.
Saquon's gone.
You're climbing.
Daniel Jones ain't going nowhere.
You're climbing an uphill battle there, man. It's like, yeah.
Most Saints ain't going to the Super Bowl anytime soon either, so don't feel bad.
Nah, man. You need to stop saying that, man. Look, y'all gonna be the next dynasty, bro.
All right, boys. Time to college hoops.
Okay, so it's actually funny. So right now we got the Iron Bowl of hoops going on right now in Tuscaloosa. They had a little incident with the lights and stuff, so they refixed it. The game started off like 3-0. Auburn was leading, but currently, as it follows, that's changed. Alabama currently has the lead. Alabama's actually got possession right now. So it's 44-30 in favor of the Tide, who is 12-6 right now. Auburn's actually number 8 in the country. They are 16-2, 5-0 in the conference. Bruce Pearl's squad better get something going, otherwise they're going to get upset. And what's funny about this matchup too is you have a situation where the last 2 years apparently somebody has swept somebody. So last year Alabama swept Auburn. The year before that, Auburn swept Alabama. Yeah, and it's interesting. Yeah, it really is.
It's very interesting. But yeah, it's gonna be, Auburn and Alabama, surprisingly for Alabama, I mean mostly last 10 years, those 2 good programs basketball wise. A lot of good guys coming out from both of those schools.
Yeah. I can honestly tell you, like, the way Alabama's athletic department emphasizes every sport be competitive, it's impressive. Because it's like they take gymnastics just as serious as they do football. They take basketball just as serious as they do football. Baseball is taken as serious as football, even though it may not be top tier, but it's still heavily emphasized. Like not gymnastics, track and field. Like I knew a kid that he said that he used to go to the same tutor as Derrick Henry. Like, yeah, dude, it's that insane. It's like you might walk into a dining hall, you never know who's going to be in the dining hall.
You know, somebody was talking about it the other day in terms of like college hoops for men's. Nobody watches it until the tournament, especially if they like are NBA fans, because the type of basketball that is being played in the college level is so bad. Like you seen De'Aaron Fox talk about it last year, and I
Yeah,
was just thinking about what we could talk about is like compared to two of them, I was just tuning in. I was like, Jesus Christ, what are they doing? Like the whole scheme, the type of defense, how they're playing, it's just bad basketball.
yeah. I mean, honestly, dude, because on like to be honest, this is a rarity for me right now. It's like I'm watching college hoops now. The one thing I am going to do Thursday night, I'm going to check out that South Carolina LSU women's game.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be something. Now, that's something I want everybody's opinion on. Which group of ladies runs the SEC?
Hey, that is a dogfight over there.
Don Staley and company against LSU. Ooh, I'm gonna watch. Yeah, I'm gonna take my time and sit back and watch that. That's
LSU Bama tomorrow. Oh, actually, that was Thursday. Never mind. I forgot. I'm looking at the wrong date. Tomorrow, it's where is it? I just saw it. Yeah, tomorrow's LSU South Carolina.
yeah. Now, mind you, I think it was a week ago, Auburn's women's
South Carolina.
upset LSU.
Mm-hmm. South Carolina's 17-0. LSU's 18-2. Tennessee's 12-6. Vanderbilt is 17-3 at 4.
I'm actually impressed by the Vanderbilt women. And I like to see Tennessee women doing good as well. You know, life after you got to be a junkie to watch it all year. It's a lot of fouls, a lot of timeouts.
Yeah. It's basically watching the 76ers actually win.
It really, like, dude, honestly, like, back when I was like in middle school, I would watch it like nightly, like the top teams. But it's like the older you get, you're just like, come on, man. Like it's like I would rather watch Big Bang Theory. Or I would rather watch like a movie on.
I just watched this or this.
Yeah, see, or it's like even still like too. It's like I'm pretty sure isn't March Madness around the same time when like the NHL playoffs start to get rolling?
NHL playoffs I think start like second or third week in April.
Okay, so it's like right after.
I think I gotta check back on that. Give me 2 seconds and I'll check it for you.
I was gonna say
schedule. April 17th is the last regular season. Yeah, it's about the third weekend in April is when the playoffs start.
Yeah. Geez, you know that makes me think too. It's like, dang, even baseball's getting ready to start back up. Like you could watch baseball.
Oh, great.
Don't do that.
But I mean, hey, the NHL's got a lot of issues right now.
Was there
if you want to touch on that?
The lockout.
You can just go hot topic. I'll go hot topic. We just talk about it. Because they're trying to be slick on it, but everybody knows what's going on.
Oh, dude, man, speaking of that, I heard a couple of
you heard the stuff on what's going on with hockey right now? It ain't good.
I heard a couple of players got told to turn themselves in back to the Canadian feds.
That is pretty much what it is, right? So,
dude, that's
five guys, right? So this is going back to when they were minors in 2018 on the Team Canada World Junior Hockey Team, right?
Yeah.
Got sexually assaulted 5 guys who were on the team.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's one of the dudes who was in Europe playing hockey. And,
Right.
well, we can't officially say it's him because they never actually released the names of who it is. But common sense, right? So one of the dudes playing Calgary, he took an indefinite leave of absence from the team. They announced it like a couple days ago, right? They said he's taking an indefinite leave of absence for his mental health or whatever, right? He was on that team. Coming up yesterday, last night, Philadelphia Flyers announced their goalie, Carter Hart. He's taking an indefinite leave of absence. Today, European team said a player who's on the Sens prospect pool, who was also on that team, he is indefinite leave of absence from the team in Europe and is coming back to Canada. New Jersey Devils announced 2 players who were on that team taking indefinite leave of absence from
who from the
their team.
Because I heard there was like a Flyers player too that also took an indefinite leave of absence.
Yeah, Hart. That's to the goalie last night. They announced he was taking indefinite leave, and then former Lightning draft pick Cal Foote is on that list of the 5 guys who, coincidentally, 1 came a couple days ago for Calgary, Dubé, 2 Hart, 3 Alex Formenton from Europe, who's going back to the Canada, 3 McLeod, and 5 Cal Foote, who from New Jersey, all suspiciously take a leave of absence from their teams. Same day, they announced there are 5 guys who have to turn themselves in for the sexual assault charges. Jeez, I wonder why they're taking indefinite leave of absence.
It's like, look, you might, and I heard too, like the Canadian government told them either come back or you're going to get extradited. So, ooh boy, this is messy.
Yeah, they were reportedly asked to surrender to face charges.
It's messy, man.
And the worst part was like the Lightning wasted a draft pick on that clown Foot in 2017, the last time they actually had a lotto pick.
Dude,
want to know who won? They like, and he wasn't even good. That was a sucky part about it. I was mad when they took that pick and was like, really? You took this clown, he's not even good, and he's not going to be in the league in a couple of days.
Let this be.
He's not even in the league right now.
Let this be an example of how your past can catch up with you.
Right, so they took that dude 14, right? Well, let's see. You had 1 good guy, 2 good guys, 3 good guys, 4 good guys, 5, 1 elite goalie. Actually, really don't need him because you got Vasi, but still. 6 good guys in the NHL. There's a couple of good guys who won after this clown in that draft. So the people who got arrested, right? One of them was the 14th overall pick in Cal Foote. Where is the other one? I think there was a couple 2nd round picks. 2 of them were 2nd round picks. I know that. Foreman was a 2nd round pick. I'm trying to find Carter Hart. I know he was somewhere in the top 2, but I don't remember him. Dubé might have been a 5th round pick. But yeah, basically ugly all around.
I don't get what possesses people to do such stupid things.
Sicko behavior.
Just go do what you got to do in your work
Keep
day.
Your hands to yourself.
And come home. I don't get it.
It's a business trip. Come on. Nobody ever told him not to mix business and pleasure.
You only mix business and pleasure when you're with your significant other.
So, yeah, that too. Yo, get yourself in trouble.
That's crazy, dude. That's wild. Well, technically, so you said it was 5 of them, right? Well, they could start their own. They can start their own prison team.
Hey, I guess you have a goalie. You just be 1 short.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you just got.
You got the goalie. You got 3 forwards. You got a center and 2 wingers, and you got a defenseman. You play some 4-on-4 hockey in the prison league.
Why not? And it gets cold up there too. Why not? Might as well make the most of it while you're in there. The Lord knows when you're getting out. You finna do time. Ooh, I'd hate to be in another country and get locked up.
Well, they're all Canadians, so.
I'd hate to be in another country. That's terrible.
No, they deserve. What is it called? You have done that yourself, kind of thing.
Yeah, you did it to yourself, and you didn't think about the repercussions of your actions.
Yep.
But yeah, so guess this is where we're at now.
Yep. And also NBA. We'll talk more about the NBA coming up soon. Got trade deadline coming up soon. All Stars will get announced probably in the next 2 weeks, I think. Trade deadline's the 8th of February. So, that means All Star break's coming up, then playoffs right around the corner.
It's in Indy this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait. Look forward to it. But yeah, folks, that's going to do it for us this evening. We hope you've enjoyed this episode as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you.
And, as always, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe to help us out so we can help bring more stuff to you guys. We never did get that hockey podcast. Dolan left me hanging there. Oh well.
I'll hit them up for you.
Nah, it's all good. We'll wait till next season at this point.
Okay.
Lightning win 6 out of the last 7, surprisingly.
I was just telling somebody about this because the dude that told me about that was a Flyers fan. He was like, dude, you guys beat us good. 6-3.
Yep.
Like, that's how we do things in the 813. But yeah. Yeah. All right, folks. We hope you guys have a safe evening. We will see you next week. Recap the NFC Championship and the AFC Championship and look forward to Super Bowl 50. What is this, 58?
Oh, crap. We almost did Super Bowl 60, I think. Wait, are we sure it's not? No, wait.
I think it's 58.
Wasn't 2015? What year Manning retired? Was it 2015?
The year Manning retired, that was after the 2015 season.
Okay, so it would have been 2016. So, yeah, this is Super Bowl 58. Next year will be 50. Wow, almost 10 years since Manning retired. What the hell?
He's already in the Hall of Fame. Makes sense.
Bro, it's been 10 years since the Giants won the Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
Sorry, Ash, I had to throw that out there. Hell, it's been, 15 years since the Saints won it, or 14 years?
2009?
It was 2010 Super Bowl year.
It was a
2009 season, 2010 was whenever the Super Bowl. So, yeah, 14 years now. Ooh, that baby is probably, a high schooler now? Holy crap, we're old.
Yeah. Jeez, it was 20 years since. No, it's been over 20 years. It's been like 22 years since the Bucks won their first.
Mm-hmm. We're old. That's how it is.
Yeah.
With that being said, guys.
That's crazy, dude. I was 4 years old watching that. Damn. You know what? Okay, yeah, it's time to go.
We're getting old. All right, guys. See y'all next week. Stay safe, stay blessed. See y'all. Adios.
Yeah.
On the outro, let's get out.
Good night.